Alright, good morning, y'all. Launching at a new spot on the river today. It's a beautiful morning. Probably about 5:45 in the morning. It's right at sunrise. I'm running a little behind. I'd rather be out here when it was still dark. But oh well. So I'm paddling upriver a little ways, about one or two bends in the river. And there's a swamp that kind of opens up there, if I can make to it. I've never actually tried to paddle in the main section of the river before. I've only ever fished sloughs. So we're going to see how difficult it is to get up here. Probably not too bad. The current flow is pretty swift through here, but it's not exorbitant. This kayak is fairly fast and it tracks very well for being how cheap it is, but the fact that it's a sit inside, it literally cuts through the water. So it makes this kind of stuff a little bit easier. Alright, I'll talk to y'all when I get to the spot I want to fish. Okay. Coming up on the spot. An old houseboat here. No idea if that's still in use or not, but it doesn't look like anybody's in it either way. So I was originally going to start with a topwater frog, but I don't know if it's the line I'm using or if it's just the frog, but it keeps sinking. Not really sure what's going on there, but that's pretty annoying. The bugs are terrible, as to be expected, but we're gonna keep going. Oh, this is beautiful. So much potential, so much potential. So, sticking with the topwater theme, I just put a walking bait on. This is the Head and Boyo, and it is already filthy from being in this water. Man, that thing walks like a dream. That's what I thought. So, this is my only problem with inline hooks. Seems a lot of time when I cast, this front one gets wrapped around the line. So I use replacement inline hooks on pretty much all of my hard baits that I use in saltwater. So I figured I'd try it. Whoa. Here. That was dumb. I think. There it goes. Okay. Alright, bait rescue successful. Switched up lure selection a little bit. I'm throwing the ultralight around. Just drug the Beetle Spin through here and got a couple bumps. I don't know if they were trees or if it was a fish. I think it was a fish. So we're going to try again. Yep. There's a fish. What are you? Oh, you're just down in the weeds. Hello, Mr. Bluegill. Alright. You would be a good eater if I was keeping fish. But I'm not keeping fish, so... Alright, bud, hold still. Let me get you off here. There we go. Alright, look how pretty that bluegill is. Alright, bye, buddy. Okay, the Beetle Spin has got us started off. I have not thrown a Beetle Spin around in a very long time. It's a good little bait. I'm just using a 1/32 ounce Beetle Spin in the black color. This would be a good spot for the fly rod. I gotta get some new leaders for my fly rod. It's the only thing I'm missing right now. Been switching back and forth between the Beetle Spin and a Ned rig. And Beetle Spin seems to be the ticket. There's one. A little gill, feels like. I wouldn't say a little gill, but that's a gill. Nice. Wish I had my cooler with me today. Let me choke that one though. I'm going to need my pliers. There it goes. Alright buddy, sorry about that. Took a while, but he should be alright. There's one good thing about the Beetle Spin, it kind of weeds out the smaller bluegill. Not always, but usually. There's one. Something. This doesn't feel... Nope, it's another little bluegill. Alright. We barely got him. Who's that guy? Who's that little one? Ooh, he's feisty. Ooh, that's a fish. I didn't feel him, I just reeled into him. It's a little guy. That's probably why. I'm amazed he even got it. Ooh. So, if you're ever wondering which ones are gonna get you hooked or spying you, it's these little guys. Every time. There we go. How about a little one? Anytime you hear little pops on the surface, not like big splashes, just these little like, those are bluegill. Or some kind of sunfish, not necessarily bluegill, but they're one of the sunfish. And that's them eating bugs off the surface. Their mouths are so small, it makes like a popping noise when they do it. Oh no, he came up! That's what I get. I have my camera on, damn it. Oh well. Lost that guy. Let's cast back over to where he was and see if we can get another one. Looks like it. Doubt it's the same fish, but... Nope, definitely not the same fish. He's much smaller. Sorry, buddy. He'll be okay. Man, that first bluegill that I tried to get on camera that got away was big. I should have just landed him and then turned the camera on. But oh well. You live and you learn. Oh, don't get me tangled up. That is an absolute tank. Unless it's a red ear. Holy shit. Oh my god, I didn't have my cooler anyway. But I wouldn't have kept one that big, but... My heart is racing. Beetle Spin for the win. I thought that was a log. Then I hooked into it and the drag immediately started peeling. I mean, immediately started peeling. I was like, well, that's a bass. Oh, that was not a bass. Okay, calm down a little bit. Pretty sure that was a warmouth. I don't know of any other sunfish that get that big in this area. That was a big boy. That was definitely the biggest one I've ever caught. It's unfortunate I didn't get to take a measurement or anything on him, but you know what? I'm just happy that that was on camera for a second, even though the hook set didn't get in, because the fight was in. Oh my god. I didn't have time to turn the camera on during the fight, man. I was worried he was going to get me wrapped around a tree. Ooh, there's one. Look at that. He's just letting it dangle. Dang old bluegill picked it up. Alright, little one, hold still. Get you off real quick. Get yourself hooked funny. Well, what did you do? There we go. Look at that little one. Oh my god, I thought there was another fish on there. Excuse you, sir. I want nothing to do with you. Please f*** off. Thank you. Okay. So I just hooked into what was probably the biggest crappie I've ever seen in my entire life. I've only seen two, but that one was massive. If that was a crappie, that was huge. I thought it was a bass. Oh, there's gotta be more. I knew there was gonna be crappie up here somewhere. There's something. Get out of there. Come on. Another little bluegill. I don't want that crappie back. Where'd that crappie go? Ooh, you look like you got something going on with you. You do. You got parasites or something, bud. I ain't touching you. You are grody. Okay. We'll get you off, though, without cutting the line, because I'm not a dick. I'm gonna touch you anyway, okay? There you go. Goodbye. Man, I'm still so bummed about that crappie. I have my net and I just never even think to use it. I also didn't realize that was a big fish at the time, though, to be honest with you. I didn't see it until I got it right to the boat. That's another problem with this murky water. You can't see what you got until it's right up on you. There's one. Another little bluegill. Absolutely choked it again. No. Let's find me, please. Thank you. He's trying to take my damn jig. Okay, y'all. So my camera died shortly after that last fish catch. I kept fishing my way out of the slough. Fished a little more with the Beetle Spin. Caught a few more panfish. Nothing really to write home about. And then on the way out, I fished a Ned rig again. Caught a bunch of bass on the way out, a couple more warmouth, nothing really huge, but it was a really good day. It was really productive. So I started out the morning throwing this Z-Man topwater frog. It's just a little poppin' frog, and I've never had a problem with Z-Man's baits before. But as far as I know, this one's supposed to float, and it doesn't. It just hits the water and then it sinks. So I'm not really sure if I just got a defective frog or if that's what it's supposed to do. I'll do a little more research and find that out. This is the head and boyo. This is the one I was throwing around for a little bit. You can see it's still dirty. I haven't cleaned it yet. This is the bone color. It's my favorite. I like the boyo size. I just like smaller baits. They tend to work better for me, personally. And then these were the Ned rigs I was using. I didn't really get this part on camera, but these are these EWG's Ned lock hooks that are really, really good, that I like a lot. So let's talk about that Beetle Spin, because that was definitely the hot ticket yesterday. So I don't have the black one, or well, I can reuse this one, but this one I have, it's already rigged up in white. But all this is just a tiny little spinner bait. This is a 1/32 ounce jig head, and this has got the little spinner at the top, and all it does is come through the water like this. That's really all it does. It just pulls this twist behind the flash. It looks like a little school of bait fish, and then they see this big old grub down there and they hit it. And then this was the color that I was using the black, and then it's got that little blue green, yeah, it's green, the little green stripe on it. That was definitely the hot ticket. That caught more fish than anything. This was the soft plastic I was using for the Ned rig. It's new to me. This is that, so these are the Z-Man TRD craws, little 2.5 inch craw, and this color is called Bubble Gut. So it's kind of like a green pumpkin, red flake on the top, and then it's got this pink with a red flake on the bottom. And it, I mean, they tore this thing up. I know it's a combination of the size and the color, and they just, I mean, they absolutely, I caught probably 10 bass and 2 warmouth on the way out. I'm really bummed that my camera died, because it was good fishing. got to do something about that. I looked online the other day to try and get some extra batteries, and GoPro no longer makes batteries for my camera because it's a Hero 4 and it's ancient. So I'm gonna have to upgrade, which is fine. I don't mind doing that. It's just gonna take a little bit of time. But things have been going well. I'm really enjoying making videos for y'all. Those that are watching them, thank you. Those who aren't watching them yet, soon. And we're gonna go from there because I'm having a lot of fun doing this, and it's a really good outlet, I guess. I don't know. I fish all the time as it is. Might as well talk to people while I do it because I'm talking to myself out there anyway. Just record it and have some fun.